Kev G, weather overview. Getting ready for winter to settle back in across the tri-state area, and we'll have some pretty strong winds tomorrow for much of the day Thursday. That's why the National Weather Service issued a wind advisory for tomorrow, with gusts of wind possible up to 50 miles an hour during the day. So quite windy for tomorrow, and I think this will be the start of winter reasserting itself. We've had record warmth across the tri-state area, especially last weekend. And even much of this week, we've had temperatures above where they should be for this time of year, despite the cloud cover, but still, we've managed some pretty nice days for the most part. But I think winter is about to reassert itself, and the overall pattern looks cold for the next 10 days. So, wind advisories up tomorrow, and these winds will be ushering in a much cooler weather pattern to end the month, I think. I think this weather pattern, by and large, will last through the month of January, the remainder of January, and into early February. So we'll take a look at it in a broad sense. But first, we look at the day-to-day off the GFS model, and we could have a few rain showers move through early tomorrow morning with the passage of this cold front. But the main story is the strong winds of up to 50 miles an hour tomorrow afternoon, particularly during the heart of the day. So if you're going out during the lunchtime, be prepared for very blustery weather. And it'll be very chilly and cold for Thursday night into Friday. Temperatures will be stuck in the 20s and low 30s during the day on Friday, and teens at night Friday night. So, this cold air is going to be sharp for Thursday night into Friday night and very early on Saturday morning. But it's going to get out of here in a hurry because the upper air pattern just doesn't support the cold air staying for too long. So as the storm system moves through from west to east on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, snow will develop from west to east, but the aforementioned cold air mass is going to get out of the way and in a hurry. So you might get a couple hours worth of snow towards the coast, and then it'll change over to rain with perhaps some sleet and freezing rain hanging on a bit longer inland away from the coast. But this is going to be a fairly minor winter weather event for much of the tri-state area, even areas that are not necessarily near the coastline. It's just that the cold air mass is fleeting. It is getting out of the way of this storm. It's not holding in place to give us any potential major snowfall. Now, as we get into Sunday, this storm system's moving off the coast, and we deal with more windy and cold weather, which develops for early next week. And this cold weather will hang on for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before things start to moderate. If we look at the overall upper air map off the GFS, based on the long-term pattern, we notice that cold air is stuck in the eastern part of the United States for next Monday, the 20th. It starts to recede a little bit as we go through time. So we'll expect gradual moderation as we head towards the 23rd and the 24th next Thursday, Friday. And then the question's going to be, do we have a storm that comes out of the southern plains for next Friday into Saturday, the 25th? And what type of precipitation will that bring us? And then the question I have for after that in the long range is, do we have cold air reassert itself for the end of the month, or do we get more of a relaxation? That is going to be something that I'm looking at for the end of the month. My gut feeling is that we are going to see cold air redevelop for the end of the month, despite what happens with the storm around the 25th. Now, when we look at the 10-day off of Weather Underground, you could see that early next week we have renewed cold air that moves in. No better than 30, freezing for Monday and Tuesday for highs, and even Wednesday we're struggling above the 32-degree mark during the day. And then we see the moderation towards the end of the week, and with it, I think we'll see a storm around the 25th. I'm keeping my eye on that one. The storm for this weekend looks like more of a nuisance type event, with snow quickly changing over to sleet and rain after that. Total precipitation on Saturday will probably be around a half inch to an inch, but precip in any one location won't be lasting more than about 5 or 7 hours. So, quick moving event for Saturday. But more importantly, the weather pattern is changing to more of a cold pattern for the end of the month, and it looks like we'll have chances for snow. But will the cold air cooperate in the long range to give us anything substantial down the road beyond this weekend? So more to follow for later on this week and early next week.